We're playing good team defense, and when we break down, we got the best goalie in the league to bail us out. So I had a few breakdowns tonight, and he really bailed us out, and it was a good team win overall.
Neil, I saw a stat. You guys are just the third team in the modern era of the NHL to go as long as you have without giving up more than 3. That's a remarkable feat. I don't know how aware of you guys are of that stat, or just kind of business as usual, I guess, on the back end?
Yeah, business as usual. We played our structure, we stick to our systems, and like I said, when we break down, Bucky bails us out, everything's kind of clicking right now, 5-on-5. I kind of compare it to shooting your low golf round of the year. Like, everything just clicks. You're doing everything right, and that's kind of what we're doing. We're keeping to the outside, limiting chances, and playing really well 5-on-5.
One of those where if you could get the power play going a little bit, and maybe some good signs tonight, some good puck movement, a lot of shots, but no results.
Yeah, the biggest thing for me is momentum. Get in there, create momentum. We might score. I mean, the best power plays in the league only score once every third time, once every fourth time. So we got to create momentum, and we're working on it. We'll keep chipping away.
Neil, when you talk about things clicking, what goes into replicating the effort that it takes to make those things click night after night?
Doing the same routine and coming to the rink with the same mindset. Coming to the rink knowing that we're going to play that kind of style of game, that hard to play against, fast, and as long as we all buy in, we're all on the same page, it's going to click.
You're friends with Dom Toninato. 4 points in 4 games is being called up. What is going into his heater right now?
He's doing the little things. He's finishing checks. We noticed that on the bench. I know it doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but he finishes checks, he wins draws too, and he just straight up battles. Played with him in college, played with him for the last 4 or 5 years now. This guy competes, not only on the ice, off the ice too. He's a competitor. Really happy for him because he's been behind the 8 ball for a while, and he's proven himself.
Another guy you know well is Alex Iafallo, and he had a stretch there where he still was playing well, but maybe wasn't producing as much, and he's now 2 in the last 3 and 3 and 8. Nice to see him get the payoff.
Yeah, certainly. He doesn't always talk about hockey, but I can kind of sense when he's beating himself up a little bit. So he was beating himself up a little bit, and he found a way to get out of it. And I always say he's got one of the best sticks on the team. You watch how many pucks he knocks down out of midair, how many guys he strips during the game. So despite him not scoring, he was still doing little things right. But it is nice to see him get back to scoring.
Dad's trip here, a lot of excitement for that, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. I think we have 30 coaches coming with us. So there'll be a lot of X's and O's. You know what? They should put a whiteboard in the suite and see which dad grabs it first, drawing up plays. It'll be fun. Yeah.
That's the biggest difference between when your mom went on the trip and you think when your dad's going on this one.
Well, when you lose and your mom's there, it's okay, honey, it's gonna be all right. And when you lose and your dad's got an idea how to fix it, right? So it's it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I did a dad's trip in New York and then the mom's trip a few years ago in Winnipeg, so we're excited for it.
Thanks, Nick.
January the right way? What's leading into the team's success?
Just team play. I think we're all on the same page. We know how to grind these games out now, and it was a close game, and we kind of stuck with it and got the win.
What did you see on the play where you stole it from Vasilevsky there?
I just kind of tried to take as much room away, I guess. He's on his forehand, and there's a lot of bodies in front, and luckily it hit me, and from there I just kind of had to make a play.
Can you remember a game in which both goalies took a penalty?
I'm sure it happened over my career, but not on top of my head right now.
Was that one on that play? It looked like that might have been icing. Were you surprised that he went to play the puck? Because it looked like, I'm not sure if he negated an icing there or not.
Vasilevsky?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I didn't really see that part of it, but we're all forechecking, and was just kind of a broken play, I guess.
I feel like this game in a lot of ways just mirrored a lot of games lately for you guys. They score first, but you guys obviously don't panic at all. And
Yeah.
special teams maybe didn't come out the way you'd like, but kind of no big deal, right?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of positives. Even, we let in 2 on the PK, but I mean, that second one was kind of lucky. It was, guys were blocking shots and they just went back door to them. So, yeah, I mean, we got to take the positives and move on.
Plan on nights like these, do you personally consider yourself very lucky to have played with 2 of the absolute best goalies to ever place them up in this game?
Of course, it's always nice to play with the really elite goalies, and I think they displayed that today, and they made huge saves. So.
What goes into a team staying as focused and playing as focused as this team has for this long?
I think just not getting too high and not getting too low. Kind of just, just kind of staying steady. And as I said, we know what it takes, and we've been on the same page. So we just got to keep moving.
Bit of a line shuffle, pardon me, in the third there. What did you see when you got the switch, and how things go out there for you?
Yeah, it just happens so fast. You kind of just get new line mates and just go out there and play hockey. I mean, it's not big of a deal. Just nothing changes. Go out and play.
Do you feel like there was more movement in the puck tonight on the power play, Brad?
Yeah, I thought the last couple of games we had a lot of good power plays. We're getting pucks on net. Sometimes they don't go in. Sometimes they do. So we just got to keep grinding, keep shooting, and eventually they'll come.
You talked about not getting too high or too low, but how do you actually do that, not getting too high when you're winning this much?
Just staying with the process. I mean, tomorrow's a new day. Come practice. There's things that we can clean up when we're watching a video and just kind of correct that and move on, I guess. There's not much to it, so.
Thank you. team has for as long as it has, and what goes into staying with that this long?
No, listen, the guys have all bought in from day one, and that's what it is. It's just complete buy-in from everybody. Tonight we were slow out of the gates. There's no question. They were coming at us. But good teams find a way to win, and tonight wasn't a Picasso by any stretch early in the game, but when we got our legs going and we started to play Winnipeg Jet hockey, when we get committed to that, there's not a team in this league we can't beat.
So there's been other games where your team hasn't, had its fastball in the first period. I've always wondered, when they come out as quick as they do in the second, is that mid-period adjustments that you are, or intermission adjustments you're making, or is it just the team saying, let's get to it?
Our players know. Man, I walk in and I say, it's obvious what's happening out there. Like, yeah, even after the second, when we got those 2 goals, it was obvious. Get the forecheck going, get our D involved, and we're tough to beat. So we didn't do that in the first. We did it in the second. So we're at the point now. I just have to bring those things to their attention, and they don't have to go into great detail because they see it. This team is committed. This team is a smart hockey team, and they are. We're playing the right way for the most part, and they see it as well as I do. Right? They're pros. They know.
So you're not tweaking the system to adjust to what they're doing?
Sometimes we do, but it's not so much tweaking the systems, it's tweaking what we're not doing well. Whether it's skating or not getting the puck deep, or our breakouts. And like tonight, I didn't like a lot of our breakouts early. We kept trying to come up the strong side. They're taking it away. You got to come out the weak side. We got to come out the weak side. So those are things we talk a lot about on the bench during the game.
You had talked about the fourth line and how they're making it hard for you, and it's a good thing for them to make it hard to know who to come in and to come out. But when a guy like Vladdy pops up into that second C hole after starting on that fourth line, what kind of player does it take to be able to do that without the ego that he clearly does not carry, and what does that do to the team to see him have the kind of games he has tonight?
Well, listen, when Vladdy started there, we were explaining to him what was going on. This is what's going to happen. Just be patient here. Everything's going to fall into place for you here. This is the way we're starting, but this is not written in stone. So full confidence in Vladdy. I love Vladdy from the days we had him in Tampa. He's a smart hockey player, and you see him tonight. So I moved to marking him around in the third period. He just settles in with whoever he plays with, and he's very calm with the puck. Vladdy never throws the puck away, and with the empty net goal is a perfect example of it. So I trust him in every situation.
This is probably the first time in, I don't know, a month where Scheifele's line didn't dominate flow of play. So
they were in their zone, in our zone a little bit too much. So we made the switch with Vladdy and then him going into the third.
You figure you'll go right back to them based on their success?
We'll see.
Fair play. Power play coming closer.
Did you ever see that episode of Seinfeld with the hair, with the barber? That's what it reminds me of.
I gotta look that up now.
I can tell you that. Anyways, go ahead. Sorry.
I wanted to ask about the power play, but I'll start with a specific play. Gabriel Velarde with that step in front of the net, and he almost pulls it back. I've never seen that before. Is that a Gabriel Velarde special, or is that something?
No, he's very
do?
good around the net. Yeah. So he's going to do those things. He's got a lot of faith and confidence in his abilities. So,
did you are you closer to being satisfied? I mean, with that unit's movement.
With the what?
With that unit's movement. Pardon me.
Yeah, Nick shot the puck a couple of times. We had some good looks. We just missed the back door. So, it's coming. It's at least they're working on it. They're getting opportunities. And again, we've talked. There was one power play we didn't do anything with it. But if the power play, if it doesn't score, give us some momentum. And they did that tonight. Do we need them to score? Yes.
Neil told us that him and Brendan actually discussed that play that paid off tonight. You've been wanting to see your D jump in a bit more. I guess that was a play and a goal that no doubt you were very happy to see. I think that's 15 goals now by the blue line this year.
Yeah, well, we're down a little bit from last year, but our points are good. I think our assists are up from last year. Our goals are down a couple. We need offense from our defense. But again, when you saw when we started to control the game in the second period, how much our D were involved. When we'd load a high and over and open up to just get them to spread out a little bit. So our defense, like every other elite team in this league now, man, your defense have to be involved with the ozone play and yeah, and they were doing a good job getting pucks to the net. I still want more shots from our D, and I still want more goals from our D, but the points are there, and that's the most important thing.
Just one on the value of the dad's trip here, and I think Neil joked there's going to be like 30 coaches on the road here.
But it's not all dads. It's it's mentors.
Yeah, but just as a team bonding exercise and just the good vibes, I guess, that are around the team right now. No doubt looking forward to it.
Yeah, and again, it's a special time for the mentors of their fathers, or wherever they're bringing, to see how we live, how their sons live on the road, and what our life is all about. I think you get a bird's eye view of it, and it's good for the parents, it's good for the grandfathers who are coming, it's good for anyone who are very close with the players, just how we live, how we travel, and the demands of the road on our team and on the players. So it's an eye opener, but it's a bonding thing, and I love that part. But I'm glad, so happy when the league started to do these things. I think it's tremendous that it's the family commitment to get the players here, and they all should feel part of it.
And just last one, but you're in a stretch here 5-7, which you don't see very often in modern NHL. How would you assess, I guess, the energy level of your team, because you got another back-to-back here coming up?
Yeah, it's coming up, and tomorrow it's a long travel day and 2-hour difference. So tomorrow's just going to be an optional skate with the guys. If they don't want to come in, stay home and sleep in and get your rest. But that's the importance of having 4 lines and 6, and we have depth. You know, we've got Chisholm and Stanley ready to go if needed, so we're lucky we have that depth.
Sorry, before you go, is there a mentor that you think about when these kind of things happen?
This, for me, it's always my dad. Yeah. He's the one that gave me the passion for the game. Always goes back to him. Thank you.
Thanks, Rick.